Yeah, come on, right, let's go. Prediction time. Hello, we're back. Can't be as bad as last week, surely.
Oh, 5 out of 6 for me.
Yeah, but not on our competition.
You don't take any notice of that.
Not on this. I think you work on if you put up every team to win on various outlets, you say, I'll put them up to
Well,
win.
I think with the media one, I've got to be in the top 5. I couldn't care less about that one.
Hang on, let me get the media. Well,
I'll
find the league table.
Whoever is bottom is buying an extensive food and drink night out, and you are currently bottom. You do know that, don't you?
And only came
How
in
am I
about 3 weeks
bottom?
ago.
How are you bottom?
Hold on.
You're rubbish.
I've got to be in the top 5 with the media prediction. How come I can't be
You're
bottom?
mirroring Leeds at the
That's
moment.
because on your
On
your media predictions, you've
You've
put
just
one
said for
side.
the
Hold on here.
just said
We've got
for
the
the last 2
media
weeks
one up
you've
now.
been-
We've
Right,
got the
route
media one.
predictions.
Hang on.
Right.
Top 5. Is your name Gareth Walker? No.
No.
Peter Martini? No. Bruno from the French people? No. Tony Gleave? No. John Davison? No. But I'm there.
Richard Shaw, right, is the top of... I'm near the bottom and I'm just...
Hang on, I'm still scrolling down. You're below TV's Matt Shaw. You're below Matt Horton. Tom Maguire. Who's Tom Maguire? Hang on, we're still going.
Saw Tom
Hold
over
on,
there.
have you paid your 20 quid? Because I can't
Yeah,
find...
yeah,
Oh, there
he
you
is.
go.
Well,
You've
I'm
got
at
4 right in the media one.
38 points.
And you've got 38. I've only got
And
30.
what position is he in?
I don't know.
He's Hull KR in the league.
He's below everyone.
I am Leeds.
Is there
sadly.
likely to be relegation?
You're below Craig Murdoch, so we'll be putting a call in and getting that sorted. You're below Danny Parkinson. He's in Bahrain. They don't have rugby league in Bahrain. Although if we tell Steve Mascott, he might set up a shirt from and everything.
Anyway, right,
Move
let's
on.
go.
Move
Let's
on.
go. Right, Hull KR Leeds. Leeds
on.
buoyant after their magnificent win.
1 point.
Hull KR, don't matter, they won. Hull KR didn't win, but were good at St Helens. So who's going to win this one Thursday night?
Both teams, I'm going as well. I'm going away. Thanks very much, Steve Sallington. SJ's Flooring, thank you. You never know, it could be a sponsor. Great
ask
invite,
him.
good invite, yeah, we'll do. Good invite, nice invite, hospitality on Thursday night. But 2 teams desperate for the 2 points. Hull KR had a dig, and a good dig as well against St Helens. Leeds, yes, point after the cast. They know now they've got to repeat that performance, and I think they will do. I think Leeds will repeat that performance. I don't think it would be in a one-off. They've managed to find a way to win. All right, maybe luckily, but I think they're going to go there. And I think they're going to get the 2 points. I'm going Leeds by 10.
I think Leeds have got a good record there as well. They've won these the last 4 or 5 occasions at Hull KR. I just thought the reaction from the players at the end was one of belief in themselves again. A little bit like Warrington last year when they won at Catalans. And it turned their season around.
Yeah,
and it wasn't anything to do with whether they were playing well or not. It was that something clicked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Leeds by 4. But I don't think they'll find it easy. I think Hull KR have to win. But I think Leeds will just have a bit too much for them.
Thanks to Benny presenting us the handicaps with the sponsors. At the time of recording on Monday, Leeds are minus 2 point favourites. I've gone bigger than everyone. I think Leeds showed for most of that game that they can play some good rugby if they're all heads are screwed on, and they're not playing against Castleford this week, which is a bonus. Hull KR not quite as good as Castleford, I've noticed this year, and if it doesn't rain, Leeds will win, and I've gone for Leeds by 12.
I think Leeds win. No, I'll say that now. I think Leeds win. I'm just not convinced by the margin. I tell you, I think this is must win for Hull KR. I think if Hull KR lose this, then they are officially in a relegation dogfight, however you dress it up. So, I am going to go for Leeds. I just can't help feel if you just get Hurrell on the front foot early, and it could, if what you're saying's right, and that outpouring of belief, then they should, for me, go Hull KR and win quite easily. I'm going to go Leeds by 14.
Oof.
So the most anti-Leeds people on the panel have gone for the biggest score.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, put that in your pipe and
hashtag
smoke
Leeds in
it.
crisis.
Leeds in crisis.
Yeah.
The shirt will be back next week.
Hull KR win 47-0.
Castleford against Wigan, Friday night. Ooh, no McShane for Cass.
No Matt Shane, so yeah, a bit of a big problem. Wigan, good confidence booster against Catalans. Couldn't ask for any more, could you? 46 points scored, keeping the Catalans, who, well, to be honest with you, rubbish out in this moment in time, to 0. Cats have got a few problems. Matt Shane, a big loss. Is Rankin going to be fit, do we know?
No, 3
right.
weeks or something.
Well, there's no creativity there. He's a vision and awareness. Truman, he'll have to do it all himself. It's got to be Wigan, hasn't it? And it's got to be Wigan by 10 again.
I think even more than Leeds jagging a 1 point win. Wigan, the magnitude of Wigan's win against Catalans has relieved everything that's been going on in the club. think there's a huge cloud been lifted. And I can't see them losing on the back of that. Cass, by Daryl Powell's own admission, are going to struggle for the next few weeks because they haven't physically got the bodies that they need out there. Again, I thought it was an odd thing to say, even if he thought it, that at the moment he's being forced to play players that he knows aren't good enough. I don't know how that affects the squad. I don't know how you turn up on a Monday morning and go, am I one of the people that you don't think are good enough? I just think it's too difficult a task for Cass at the moment to overturn a Wigan team that are buoyant. So I think Wigan by 8.
They've got a 4-point start with the bookmakers as we speak today. I'm going to go with Wigan as well. Adrian Lamb was right in that defeat against Warrington. People scoffed when he said we're on the right track, but they've won 2 in a row now, so that's a run. So they're not in crisis. Castleford are, even though they're third in the table. I think it will be a win for Wigan, and it will be 4 points, and it will be a try scored by a certain
ZH.
Wigan number 1. Wigan
number
by
20.
20.
Yeah.
Wigan by 4.
Ever since I said Cass were just going quietly about their business, they've either had an injury crisis or a crisis of confidence. I think they're weak on the edges, and I think that's where Wigan are really strong. And I think Wigan will
Greenwood
win.
back as well for Wigan, is he?
I think Cass defensively will stick in it. I'm going Wigan by 6. Right there, I've said it now. Wakefield, Huddersfield.
Interesting one, this, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Wakefield have got 3 on the bounce, haven't they? The home games coming up, so they need to make it a fortress. But Huddersfield, with that spine playing well, Gaskell playing well, the forwards laying that good platform. Do you know what? This game could be a very, very entertaining game. It could be an open game if the conditions are dry as well. I'll tell you what, this might go to a golden point, this one, the way both teams play. You know, I reckon, do you know what? I'm going to go a draw, and I'm going to go Wakefield with a golden point.
Right, Wakefield by 1 then.
Danny Brough against a club that he's got something to prove. I think that gives Wakefield the edge in this one. Again, important for me that Wakefield got a home victory against a very good Salford team, because the defeats they'd had at home, I think, would have been gnawing at the back of their mind. But I think, again, that frees them up. Huddersfield are a team that are getting into some form, but I'm not sure it's good enough to beat Wakefield at Wakefield. So Wakefield by 8 for me.
Long list of people who've played with distinction for both clubs: Neil Fox, Danny Brough, Wadeli Sovatabua. I'm going Wakefield by 12.
Neil Fox.
I think this is a must-win for Wakefield. They've already lost 3 at home. They can't afford to lose too many more at home. Giants are playing really well. I just think the Brough factor. I expect a big performance from him. I'm going Wakefield by 7.
7.
Warrington, London. We need to speed up a little bit on these, but
Yeah.
Warrington, London.
Yeah, there's only one winner here. It all depends on Warrington's attitude, and I don't think there'll be a problem with Warrington's attitude. I'm going Warrington by 46.
I think the ruthless nature that Warrington showed in the second half at Hull tells you exactly where they are at the moment. I don't think they'll take London for granted, because I don't think Steve Price will let them. Looking again at the way London's season's going, I think you're right that they will have picked certain games where there's a more likelihood of a win. So Warrington by 34.
Very similar to Phil. I've gone Warrington by 32.
It'd be interesting whether they roll their team, Warrington.
I think they will. I think
I
they'll
think they
rest
may
a
make
couple.
some
Going into
changes.
Easter, I think they will.
Yeah.
Bookies have them by 28, by the way.
I think they'll cover that. And that's no disrespect to London, who've been very good defensively in places, but they're playing Warrington at the wrong time. And I think Warrington, they've got people playing for places there as well. There'll be no easing up. I'll go Warrington by 34. Right, Catalans, St Helens, Saturday.
There were these two.
All right. Someone stood on your foot.
No, I'm just trying to with a boredom for this fixture, because I think this will be a very, very boring fixture. I just think both teams lacking confidence. Both teams are lacking.
What, Saints lacking confidence?
You said Catalans, didn't you?
Catalan Saints.
I thought you said Catalans Hull.
No, Catalan Saints.
I thought you said Catalans Hull. Oh, right. Oh, St Helens, easy then. Sorry, St Helens. I thought you said Catalans Hull.
I don't think I did. I thought I said
I
St
don't think
Helens.
you did.
No.
Must be my hearing. Oh, well, it's St Helens 24. I thought you said Catalans all. That's a boring
Go back
fixture.
to sleep, Gary.
I cannot see Catalan turning round such an ignominious defeat this week within 7 days. I think the way Saints not only are playing defensively, but whoever they put in at the moment looks as though exactly they know what the side is doing and what the coach wants out of them. I can't see Saints losing this at all. Saints by 20.
It's not at the same time as the Grand National, isn't it? So that'll bump the viewing figures down. For some reason, I think these are going to be closer than everyone else. So I'm probably going to be horribly wrong, but I don't mind. Saints by 8.
I think
We've not disagreed.
I think Saints. No, we haven't. But that's look. Well, we'll find out if we're either all wrong or all right. That's how we're going to be. I think Saints will win. I think Steve McNamara needs a performance, and based on what we saw in the second half on Sunday, he ain't going to get one. And I think St Helens, having rested a few, will win. I'll go Saints by 22.
22.
Yes. Right, moving on quickly. Salford Hull, last one in the men's Super
Right, I've
League.
heard you pop for there. Hull there. Yeah.
Hull at Salford, Gary. Hull
Yeah.
at Salford.
Salford in the reaction from the performance against Wakefield. Hull, well, they're out of form, they're out of confidence. Salford like playing at home. I'm going Salford quite easily here. I'm going Salford by 20.
Did Rod Stud put a stat up at the weekend? Hull haven't beaten a team in the top 8 for over 300 days.
Have they not?
No.
And I can't see that changing. Again, Salford, really interesting at the moment. They're at that ceiling where they can't quite get over the teams that are above them, but they seem to perform really well at against the sides that are around or below them. I think Ian Watson will get a reaction. Lee Radford probably won't. He's saying that there aren't too many people that will come back in. And I think we do need to say I felt sorry for Danny Houghton this week because he's played his 300th game and that is not the reward he deserved for it. I just don't know how Hull can galvanise themselves at the moment, so I'm going Salford by 12.
I've gone for a very similar number. I think it will be a Salford win as well. Bucky's only given Hull a 2-point start, so I think this is another obvious one to go for, and I'm going for Salford by 14.
I'm going to go for Hull. I think Salford have just had a couple of defeats in the last 2 weeks in games they would have felt they could have won. Hull were too bad to be true last week. They're not playing Warrington. They're playing Salford. I think they'll have Ellis back and maybe one or two more. I'm going to go for Hull by 1.
Hull by 1.
Yes. Right, Women's Super League. Is it St Helens Wigan or Wigan St Helens? They're not in. Are they in the other page? Oh, my apologies.
Wigan St Helens.
Wigan St Helens then. Come on then, quick one. Wigan the champions.
Well, it's a big local rival, isn't it? There'll be a reaction from the St Helens ladies. I'll go St Helens ladies by 8.
8.
New season, so you don't really know how new recruitment is going to affect them, but I'll go with the champions to make a good start to their trophy defence. Wigan by 16.
Ooh.
They had a disappointing season last year, didn't they, by their high standards Saints, so with injuries and such. I'm going to go with the champions though, Wigan. I'm going to go Wigan by 4.
Okay, I will go St Helens by 2. I think Saints will win. Right, good luck to the girls in Women's Super League. Kicks off this weekend. Good luck to everyone involved in the Rugby League this weekend. Hope your team plays well. Yes, that even includes Leeds. All right, Leeds not in crisis for 1 week only. Let's see what they do on Thursday night. We'll see. Thanks to Gary. As ever, look really smart today, Gary. Just wipe that chocolate off.
I've got a proper job, that's why. I've got a proper job.
Thanks to Phil. Mr. Pearson over to you. Thanks to Phil. Thanks to Shaw Wright, who's eating his chocolate cake now. He's rubbing it on his face as we speak. Download the podcast. We'll see you next week.